Buddha dies. I heard this story from a teacher of the Dharma. I didn't read it in an original text, so I repeat it as I heard it. He has three groups of students. The first group of students are beginning novices. They're devastated by the suffering of death. And so Buddha dies and they cry. The second group of students are more advanced. And they understand the illusion of it all. And so they don't cry. They don't need to cry. And the third group of students, the most advanced. Buddha dies, so they cry. So I want to go 3 gentle steps in the container and just feel how we haven't left mind, but we've gone into a deeper mind. And the whole energy in all of us shifts because we've stepped inside. And so from that place, number 1, Levi Isaac of Berdichev, great non-dual master, who lives in the 19th century, who my friend Moshe Idel views as the most important non-dual, perhaps Hasidic master. Radical non-duality. You know, as our holy friend Father Thomas said yesterday, radical non-duality which is invested in love. Person who's madly in love with God. Pious in the most ultimate way. Sitting in Berdichev in the mid-19th century, puts God on trial. He actually does that. He calls a court meeting in the town of Berdichev, and he says the defendant at this meeting is none other than God. And why is God on trial? God's on trial for the orphan down the street whose cries I hear as I go to sleep. God's on trial for the widow. God's on trial for all the pain and suffering that we've seen only in Berdichev. And we know how it must reflect and play in the rest of the world. We're putting God on trial. Now, watch for a second. If I'm a denier of spirit, if I don't live in spirit, if I don't touch spirit, I can't put God on trial. I can't put spirit on trial. If my only reality is flatland, if my only reality is the physical, the finite, and the natural, but I don't embrace the infinite, right, the metaphysical and the supernatural, paradoxically, I can't cry that cry. I can't cry it's not fair because why should it be fair? Right? There's no reason for it to be fair. I can't put spirit on trial. See, so what we always think is that the pious one is the one who affirms God is good. Right? The pious one's the fundamentalist defender of faith. And so fundamentalism kind of claims piety and claims spirit and then is forced to kind of defend the God, right? But that's actually not the way it works, right? The God you don't believe in, right, who punishes and kills a million children, the God you don't believe in doesn't exist.